Discover the incredible jewelry collection of Wallis Simpson, Duchess of Windsor, including her famous Cartier necklace, which sparked controversy and fascination. Wallis Simpson, Duchess of Windsor, was an American socialite with a legendary jewelry collection. Her husband, the Duke of Windsor, gifted her exquisite pieces from top jewelers like Cartier and Van Cleef and Arpels. The Duchess's most famous piece was the Cartier Halo necklace, featuring a 19.77-carat emerald-cut diamond. The necklace sparked controversy, as it was purchased with funds from the British government during World War II. The Duchess's jewelry collection was auctioned off in 1987, raising over $50 million for the Pasteur Institute.
Did you know that 60% of purchasing decisions are made in-store, and 70% of millennials are influenced by social media when making a purchase? 60% of purchasing decisions are made in-store, often on impulse. 70% of millennials are influenced by social media when making a purchase. The average person is exposed to over 4,000 advertisements every day. Colorful packaging can increase brand recognition by up to 80%. Emotional connections to a brand can increase loyalty by 3.5 times. 40% of consumers make a purchase because of a recommendation from a friend. Follow the meticulous process of restoring a vintage clockwork timepiece, highlighting the skills and techniques required to bring these intricate mechanisms back to life, using a 1920-era Patek Philippe pocket watch as an example. The Art of Clockwork Restoration requires a deep understanding of horology and precision engineering. A single Patek Philippe pocket watch can contain over 200 intricate components, each requiring attention to detail. Restorers use specialized tools, like the lathe, to craft replacement parts that match the original's exact specifications. The cleaning process involves gentle ultrasonic baths and soft bristled brushes to remove decades of grime and oil residue.
Explore the fascinating history of Pepsi's logo, from its humble beginnings in the 1890 seconds to its modern redesigns. Pepsi's first logo, created in 1898, featured the words Pepsi Cola in a distinctive script font. In the 1940 seconds, Pepsi introduced its first bottle cap logo, which became a brand icon. The 1960 seconds saw the introduction of the Pepsi Globe, a stylized representation of a globe. In 2003, Pepsi redesigned its logo to feature a more dynamic, swirling shape. The 2008 redesign introduced a new, more minimalist logo with a simpler color scheme. Today, Pepsi's logo is one of the most recognized brand symbols in the world, with over 40 variations. When covers outshine the originals, some song covers gain more popularity than the original tracks. Jimi Hendrix's All Along the Watchtower is often considered better than Dylan's version. Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You cover is one of the best-selling singles. Johnny Cash's Hurt cover is widely praised as a superior version to the original by 9 Inch Nails. Covers can offer new emotional depth, like Elvis's Hound Dog or Aretha's Respect. These iconic covers showcase artists' unique interpretations, making them unforgettable. Uncover the darker side of Pink's history, from its ancient symbolism of masculinity to its modern-day marketing manipulation, and why its fluffy reputation is misleading. In ancient Greece and Rome, pink was a symbol of masculinity and power, not femininity. In the 19th century, pink was seen as a strong, bold color, not a soft, delicate one. In the 1940 seconds, manufacturers began marketing pink as a feminine color to boost sales. Today, pink is used in marketing to manipulate consumer emotions and buying habits. Pinkwashing, a marketing tactic, uses pink to create a false sense of social responsibility. The fluffy reputation of pink hides a complex, darker history of cultural manipulation. Learn about the IBM Simon, the first touchscreen smartphone released in 1994, featuring a 320x240 touchscreen display and email capabilities. The IBM Simon, released in 1994, is credited as the world's first touchscreen smartphone. It featured a 320x240 monochrome touchscreen display, a novelty at the time. The IBM Simon allowed users to send and receive faxes, emails, and phone calls. It also had a calendar, address book, and notepad, making it a personal digital assistant. The device was priced at around $1,000, making it inaccessible to the average consumer. Despite its innovative features, the IBM Simon was discontinued after only 6 months due to poor sales. Witness the unstoppable force of Shaquille O'Neal, who won 3 consecutive NBA Finals MVP awards from 2000 to 2002, leading the Lakers to a dynasty. Shaquille O'Neal joined the Lakers in 1996, starting a journey to NBA dominance. In 2000, Shaq won his first NBA Finals MVP, leading the Lakers to a 4-1 series win. The Lakers repeated as champions in 2001, with Shaq earning his second consecutive Finals MVP. Shaq's dominance continued in 2002, securing his third straight NBA Finals MVP award. During this streak, Shaq averaged 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 blocks per playoff game. Shaq's three-peat of Finals MVP awards cemented his legacy as one of basketball's all-time greats.
Why do people overvalue things they own? The endowment effect is a cognitive bias where people overvalue things they own, often irrationally. This phenomenon was first identified in 1990 by economists Richard Thaler, Daniel Kahneman, and Jack Netsch. Companies like Apple and Tesla use the endowment effect to drive brand loyalty by creating a sense of ownership. For example, Apple's sleek product design and packaging create an emotional attachment, making customers overvalue their devices. The endowment effect also explains why people often demand a higher price for an item they own than they would pay for it if they didn't own it. By leveraging the endowment effect, companies can increase customer loyalty and retention, ultimately driving business success. With over 1 million traffic accidents every year, India's roads are some of the deadliest in the world. India has one of the highest road accident rates in the world, with over 1 million accidents annually. In 2019, road accidents claimed over 151,000 lives in India, with an average of 417 deaths daily. India's traffic rules are often flouted, with 60% of drivers not wearing seatbelts and 40% using mobile phones while driving. The Indian government has introduced stricter penalties, including fines up to 10,000 for reckless driving and 2,000 for not wearing helmets. The Good Samaritan law protects bystanders who help accident victims, encouraging more people to assist in emergency situations.